reverse mortgages. You know, there's so many myths versus facts, and people don't know which way to go. And people say, should I get a reverse mortgage? Should I not? There's so much media hype about it, and there's so much baloney out there too. So there's truth and there's fact. I want to separate that. Now, I want to give you a perfect example of why somebody would not need a reverse mortgage, and then I'm going to show you why they would. I remember a number of years ago talking to my own dad, and I said, Dad, why don't you consider a reverse mortgage? And here's what he said to me. He said, Chris, I have 3 pensions. He had worked one job 20 years, one job 12 years, another job 10 years. He had 3 pensions. He had Social Security. He had a little rental. And here were the key words. He says, I bring in $90,000 a year. This is a number of years ago. And he said, I don't need a reverse mortgage because I spend my money on whatever I want. And I don't deny myself anything. Those were the key words to me. I don't deny myself anything because I didn't want my father to deny himself after working a whole lifetime to raise myself and my brothers. Why would I want that? Now, here's somebody who does need a reverse mortgage. I meet this lady a number of years ago, and she said to me, and she was 86 years old, her Social Security was $1,060 a month. I still remember the numbers. And she still had a mortgage payment of $440 a month. It was a tiny mortgage, but she also had tax and insurance, of course, that had to be paid. And she was struggling. I mean, she only had $620 a month left over. And she said to me, hey, what can we do? I says, well, look, I can end the mortgage payments because she had a lot of equity in the house. I can end the mortgage payments, and I can even, with all your equity, give you about $2,500 a month that you could add to your income. And this poor lady said to me, she says, you mean I could take that money and like go to Las Vegas with my friends? They go, but I don't have the money to go. I said, you can do whatever you want with that money, and it's non-taxable. So she was so thrilled and so excited, but she wanted me to talk to her son. Now, here's the truth. A lot of times kids get involved and kids think, oh, it's a terrible loan. Why? Because it's going to eat into their inheritance. And they're more worried about their inheritance very often than they are their own parent. So here's what happened. He called me up and he says to me, I question the integrity of anybody who would ever put my mother in a reverse mortgage. He was just worried about his inheritance. And I said, your mother wouldn't need a reverse mortgage. I got a plan for her that she wouldn't need it. What's that? You pay her mortgage and you give her $2,500 a month, then she doesn't need it. Well, I can't do that. But he's questioning my integrity when I'm helping this lady have the rest of her life and enjoy it. And he questioned me again. He says, I can't believe a licensed person could do. I mean, he just went off on me. And finally, I'm a New Yorker originally, and I had to say it like it is. I said, I question the integrity of anybody who would let their mother live on $600 a month. She has $480,000 in equity. If she had $480,000 in cash, would she be allowed to spend her own money? And he hung up on me. And the next day, the lady called me up, and he told her what I said. And she was laughing hysterically. She says, I need this reverse mortgage. Let's do it. So what it depends on is if you don't need the money, if it's not going to make a difference in your life, then you don't need it. But if it's going to change your life, if you're going to finally stop saying, someday I'm going to take that trip to Europe, well, if you have the equity, you're retired, you worked hard, how about you do it now? What are you going to do? Wait till you're 90? So think about it. I'm here to answer questions. I'm Chris Trapani. I'm one of the co-authors of the Reverse Mortgage Roadmap. It's a book I will give you for free, digital version, or I'll mail it out. I'll even pay the expense to mail it. And you learn what you need to know because this can be life-changing.